Why was Draupadi called the Great Virgin in spite of having 5 husbands and giving birth to all their children? Before I answer, we need to understand 5 truths from the unbelievably unique life journey of Draupadi. Draupadi is Ayonija, meaning not born from a womb. She was born from a sacrificial fire pit elaborately constructed by the great sages Yaja and Upayaja. Along with her twin brother Drishtadyumna, Draupadi was born without a mother from the fire as a fully grown adult woman. Thus, Draupadi was brought up without knowing the umbilical bond of a mother. Draupadi's father Drupada, the king of Panchala, was obsessed with having a powerful son so that through his son he could defeat his archenemy Dronacharya. Now you can imagine the importance or the lack of it Draupadi must have received in a household where the father wanted only a son. Perhaps that might be why Drupada declared Draupadi as a Virashulka, meaning anyone who shows their valor can marry Draupadi. Yes, unlike popular belief that it was a Swayamvara where the bride chooses her groom, Draupadi was a Virashulka. Even though it was Arjuna who won the contest and earned the right to marry Draupadi, she eventually became the wife of all the 5 Pandavas. Of course, the 5 brothers did everything possible to make her feel comfortable and loved. But did Draupadi want 5 husbands? Was she okay with her mother-in-law Kunti or the eldest Pandava brother Yudhishthira deciding on who all should be her husbands? Was she okay with them deciding on her behalf? We do not know. Mahabharata does not mention anyone asking Draupadi as to what she wants in this regard. And for the same reason that she slept with 5 men, Draupadi was slut-shamed in a filled royal court. She was called a Vaishya by jealous chauvinists like Karna. It is true that Draupadi stopped Karna from participating in her wedding contest. But when a woman says no, it is to be taken as a no. Karna has to accept her lack of interest. Even otherwise, nothing gives a man reason to call a woman a whore. Draupadi's own husband, the dharmic, the just Yudhishthira, pawned her in the game of dice without even asking her. Draupadi was disrobed. She was forcefully made naked in a public royal court by Dushasana. And none of the great warriors or statesmen uttered a word against this heinous act. And be reminded that Draupadi at that time was Rajaswala, meaning she was menstruating. Vyasa says that the floor of the royal court was drenched with her menstrual blood. Such was the difficult life of this beautiful dark-skinned princess Draupadi. Now let's come back to the original question. Why was Draupadi called the Great Virgin in spite of having 5 husbands and giving birth to all their children? The straightforward and well-known answer is this. Mahabharata mentions that after every physical union with her husbands, Draupadi received a boon that her virginity will be renewed. But I do not think that the real answer is that straightforward, especially considering how dense and deep every statement of Vyasa in Mahabharata is. So, why was Draupadi called the Great Virgin in spite of having multiple husbands? Because in ancient India, the woman's virginity was not inside her vagina. Moreover, when they used the word virgin or kanya, it didn't mean the virginity of the body. It meant the strength and incorruptibility of the mind, of the personality. Draupadi might have had multiple husbands. She might have given birth to many children. She might have been slut shamed and made naked in public. Yet, ancient India placed Draupadi among the five great virgins. Why? Because her strong personality was virgin. Through all the difficult times in her life, her personality remained unchangeably strong. It was this woman power, this resolute mind, this unwaveringly virgin personality that ancient India celebrated. If you want more proof, check out who the other four women in the list of the five great virgins or the Panchamaha Kanyas are. They are Kunti, Ahalya, Mandodari, and Tara. All these five women had two things in common. Do you know what they are? First is that all of them had a very unique connection with the incarnations of Lord Vishnu. Draupadi's best friend was Lord Krishna, and perhaps the only person who truly understood her. While Kunti had a unique bond and also was related to Lord Krishna, Ahalya, Tara, and Mandodari were influenced by Lord Rama. I wouldn't say that these five women were great because they were associated with those divine incarnations. Rather, it takes an extraordinary man to know an extraordinary woman. Krishna and Rama could see the true value and potential of these women trailblazers. And do you know what the second aspect is that these five women had in common? They all had multiple partners. Thus, it is very clear that in ancient India, virginity was not vagina. Virginity was personality. Namaste.